I'm Andrew, and I'm a junior, and we are the Environmental Club, and we want to show you how we attempt to reduce the effects of global warming. So, what is global warming? You guys probably already know, but just to clarify, global warming is a rise of the Earth's temperature about 1.3 degrees Fahrenheit in the past 30 years. This number may seem small, but it has a much bigger effect than you'd expect. Ocean temperatures have already risen 6 degrees Fahrenheit, and there's been many other effects that have caused big differences in the world. So it's caused by a concentration of various greenhouse gases, like carbon dioxide, being trapped in the atmosphere. And that traps the sunlight in the Earth, which causes a rise in the Earth's surface temperature. So greenhouse gases have skyrocketed because of the use of cars and lots of other combustion. And it's only been in about, 30 years. It's mostly caused by, again, fossil fuels. That makes up a big part of all the greenhouse gas emissions. But there's also all these other gases that are both natural and caused by humans. It's caused by an imbalance between what's being absorbed by the atmosphere and what we're actually emitting, and what we're emitting is causing the environment to absorb a lot more greenhouse gases. So it's not just snow melting, that's not what global warming is. Sea levels are rising, and that's causing big problems. It's causing entire islands, towns, and cities to be uninhabitable. ABC News said that by 2030, about 2,000 islands will be inhabitable because they won't be there anymore because of the sea levels. And they said by 2100, sea levels will have risen about 1.5 feet. And that's just the curve, it's increasing a lot. And this is some of the damage that can be caused by rising sea levels. That's pretty moderate, and it can get much, much worse. Okay, so global warming also has an effect on our sports, because baseball bats are made out of the wood of an ash tree, and the ash tree population is kept in check by these beetles called hoarders, and they're flourishing because of the increase in temperature, which is causing the ash trees to become slowly endangered. And if those become extinct, then I don't know what we're going to make our baseball bats out of anymore. Aluminum? No. Alright, well, it's not too late to stop, you guys. Rashes, stings, and bites, oh my. Global warming won't only cause hurt to the environment, but to our bodies as well. And this is going to be caused by the increase of carbon dioxide is going to make poison ivy both stronger, larger, and faster. And jellyfish are going to start migrating closer to the shore because they prefer warmer waters, and usually the warmer water is out deeper in the ocean, but because all the Earth's water is getting hotter, they're going to start going closer to shore, which is going to cause things like that. That's a box jellyfish sting, and I don't know about that one is. Okay, that is a mosquito. And the warmer weathers are encouraging mosquitoes to develop at an increasing rate because of all the droughts that are causing water supplies to disappear. And that's causing animals to be forced to drink from the stagnant pools that the mosquitoes live in. And that's causing them to get a food source, which is causing them to survive. Also, they're adapting to climate changes by, mosquitoes go into dormancy in the wintertime, but because of global warming, they're staying out of dormancy for a longer period of time, which is leading to more mosquito births. We share this planet, and destroyed habitats and ecosystems have affected the lives of hundreds of species, not just us. Okay. There have been reports of polar bears drowning in Alaska by scientists who have found the dead polar bear bodies. And additionally, the numbers of polar bears that are found on sea ice, where they usually hunt, has decreased from 87% to 33% in only 13 years. They're being found farther from the ice because they're searching for food, because the normal food source of seals is not there anymore because there's no more sea ice. So they have to go out searching for dead whale carcasses. Global warming has also been killing off the whale's diet of krill, which is all the whale eats. And it's prohibited the whale population from recovering from the whaling of the 19th century, where they almost became extinct. That's a beach whale. It's dead. And that's a whale hunting for krill. Global warming has also caused the growth of funguses, which lead to certain types of diseases that have killed many types of species, such as the harlequin frog right here. And it's estimated that by 2050, a quarter of all plant and animal populations will have disappeared because of all the new diseases that are being created. Walrus pups are also being left to fend for themselves because, like the polar bear, walrus mothers are searching for food farther and farther out, leaving their walrus pups to fend for themselves when they really can't, which is leading to their deaths. Koala bears, they live in a hotter climate, so you wouldn't think that global warming would affect them. But their eucalyptus leaves are losing their nutrition because of carbon dioxide. So, and that's all they eat. So that's causing them to die out. Many types of birds' diets have been affected by global warming as well, both on land and sea. That is called the kittiwaki. And their population has declined in half because they eat a certain type of fish that's dying out because of global warming, because the waters are getting too hot, so they're leaving. So it's not good for them. And that's a horned lark, which is a very common bird, but they like barren landscapes. So they live in a place, so global warming is causing a lot of vegetation where they used to live, and they're not living there anymore, so they have nowhere else to go. And I'll give the mic to Dan.
Lindsay and I are going to help present this. It's the little things that we can all do to really make the difference. We can bring reusable things to carry our lunches, like lunch boxes, instead of using the brown bags, which we have to throw out. We kill trees that way. You don't need to keep the lights on when you don't have to. That's a huge waste of energy. And you can also use fluorescent light bulbs because they're better than the conventional ones. They last longer and they burn brighter. And a replaced bulb will keep half a ton of CO2 out of the air. You can grow a plant in your room to absorb the carbon dioxide, and you can volunteer in your community to help clean up a park or a beach.
Go green or go home.
The biggest thing that we can all do, which is also the easiest, is recycle. And we can reduce, reuse, recycle, and respect our environment. Recycling is the collection and separation of materials from the waste stream in order to produce materials into new products. Recycling prevents the waste of potentially useful materials, reduces consumption of raw materials, and reduces energy usage.
This is what Manalapan High School to do to save our environment. Arrows are painted above trash cans to remind you to always recycle. Red equals trash, and blue equals cans and bottles. We have created boxes to collect old cell phones and ink cartridges, and the boxes are over there at the info table, so if you have any items you would like to donate, they help to raise money for solar panels for the school that we're trying to get. And we're going to pass around a globe, and you could donate some spare change to help save acres of the rainforest.
Our biggest goal, not only to save the environment, but is we want to get a solar panel for our school to lower our carbon emissions, and it costs $5,000, and that's what we want to raise. The Environmental Club also finds other ways to try and help benefit the planet. Now we're trying to encourage others to join us in our efforts. Always remember, every person can make a difference.
Now we're going to call you up, like class by class, and you guys can go into the planetarium, but on your way over, you can stop by our info table to see what you can do to help. We are selling rainforest t-shirts. All proceeds go to the Earth Foundation. Every 10 shirts we sell will protect an acre of the rainforest. If you're interested in ordering, take a paper and order form. You do not have to order right away. Thank you guys so much.